So you're in the middle of a disruptive or painful major life change, like the loss of a career that you found your sense of identity in, or a divorce from someone that you thought you would be with for your whole life, or maybe any kind of life that used to make sense and suddenly doesn't. And the people in your life want to be supportive, and they mean well, they really do. They say, stay positive, or focus on the future. Things happen for a reason, so you try. You picture the future version of yourself who has overcome. You tell yourself how it's going to be okay, and you push the present away as fast as you can. And somehow you feel worse, not because positivity is wrong, but because nobody told you what your mind actually needs when life pulls out the rug from beneath you. Here's what the research shows and what I had to learn the hard way. The harder your life gets, the harder your mind pulls you away from the present, into the past or into the future, anywhere but here. But that's exactly the wrong direction. In the last video, we looked at the mental patterns and thought viruses running beneath your ego, the conditioning that makes you react the same way no matter how many times you tell yourself you won't. And today we're getting into what to do about it, because beneath all of that noise, beneath the ego, beneath the narratives, there's something steady, something that doesn't change when your life does. And that's your anchor. Today we're covering why your mind abandons the present right when you need it the most, what actually happens when you try to think your way through a crisis, and the one practice that works anywhere. Not an hour of meditation, there's no quiet room, and there's no perfect conditions required. Let me explain something about time, because this is something I think many of us misunderstand. The past and future feel like real places, like somewhere you could go if you just thought about them hard enough. But they're not actually places. They are thoughts. Right now, the past exists only in your memory. The future exists only in your imagination. The only moment you can actually do anything, respond, choose, act, is this one. So here's how I think about it from my own perspective as a musician. Before a performance happens, the show exists in my mind as a future event. I can mentally prepare for it, but from this place I can't actually respond to the audience, I can't read the room, I can't make adjustments because it isn't actually happening yet. Now after the show, it's in the past. I can replay it, I can learn from it, but I can't do anything there either. There's only one window when I can actually play, and that's during the performance itself. When I'm on stage, if my attention is somewhere else, like dwelling on the last mistake or worried about what's coming, I'm not actually present for the moment I practiced for. And the audience feels that. Now consider this in light of what's happening in a major life transition. Years ago, when I lost my ministry leadership role, when the identity that I'd spent years building came apart, my mind went into overdrive. Not just occasionally, constantly. I'd replay conversations from months before, looking for that moment that things went wrong, and I'd fast forward into imagined futures. Some were terrifying, some were hopeful, just trying to find the one that I could hold on to. I'd spend hours in my head going nowhere. Psychologists call this mental time travel, and research suggests it's a self-preservation mechanism. The mind is scanning the past for what went wrong and the future for what to avoid. It's trying to protect you. But here's the problem. None of that scanning is happening in the present. And the present is the only place the actual work of rebuilding can happen. So every hour I spent in my head was an hour I wasn't here. Not for the people around me, not for the small decisions that actually mattered, and not even for myself. Now, I wasn't lazy or weak. I was doing exactly what a mind does under pressure. I just needed a way back. This is what the stay positive message gets wrong. It doesn't bring you into the present. It pulls you further into an imagined future, the one where everything works out while everything you're actually feeling right now gets pushed aside. The emotional reality of the present moment doesn't go away just because you've decided to be positive about it. It just goes underground and it keeps pulling on you from there. What actually helps isn't trying to imagine a better future. It's actually an anchor, the anchor of the present moment. So here's the practice, and I want you to actually try this and not just conceptually understand it. The next time you feel yourself in mental overdrive, like you're spinning your wheels in the mud, whether that's anxious thoughts about what's coming or replaying something that's already happened or just that vague sense of dread that doesn't attach to anything specific, pause and do this. Notice your breath, not to change it, not to fix it, just notice it. The inhalation, the exhalation, where you feel it in your body, and then widen out from there. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the sounds in your environment, the temperature of the air, the weight of your body in the chair, and that's it. You're not meditating, you're not clearing your mind, that's not even possible. You're doing something more specific. You're giving your attention something real to land on, something in the present, something the mind can't argue with because it's just sensation. Now here's what that does. When your attention is anchored in the present, even briefly, there's less room for the regret loop and the worry spiral. Not because you've solved anything, but because you've stepped out of the thought stream long enough to remember that there's a you beneath all the layers of thinking. The one who can notice the breath is not the anxiety. The one who can feel their feet on the floor is not the grief. That part of you doesn't change when your job does, or your marriage, or your beliefs. That's your anchor. And it's available in a parking lot, in a bathroom, in the 2 minutes before the conversation you're dreading. So this is why the approach of just staying positive fails during major life transitions. It's not because positivity is bad necessarily, but because it asks you to bypass the present entirely, to skip ahead to a future that doesn't exist yet, leaving the actual moment unattended. The anchor works the other way. It brings you here into the only moment where anything real can happen. So, why does your mind abandon the present when you need it the most? And again, because it thinks the past holds the answer to what went wrong and the future holds the answer to what's coming. It's trying to protect you. It just doesn't know that the only place it can actually do anything is right here. The good news is you can come back as many times as you need to. This is from chapter 4 of From Reactive to Resilient. The Kindle edition is linked below if you want the complete framework, and the free Calm Method guided practice audio is there too. It's built on exactly this anchor, walked through in real time, about 20 minutes, and both are in the description. Next up in 2 weeks, the Calm Method, the complete practical framework for navigating major life transitions, something that you can use the next time life throws you one of its curveballs. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and before you go, I want to know, where does your mind go when things get hard? To the past or to the future? Which direction does it pull? Tell me in the comments. I'll read every one. I'll see you in 2 weeks.